Okay, my students, we have two topics to cover today. I'm trying to pick out topics I feel like you might have forgotten over the semester, so I might not focus as much on the stuff that we did the last 2 weeks. But anyways, numbers systems. Do you remember what each number represents? A real number is all the numbers you will ever see this year or junior year. Well, junior year you might learn a new one, but for now it's all the numbers you ever see. Rational is anything that could be written as a fraction. Now that includes decimals that stop or terminate is the word they use in math, or repeat. Irrational is any number that could not be a fraction. Now, integer is any number that's over 1. So, for example, 4, 5, -6. Then we have whole numbers, which I don't talk about a whole lot, but they don't have the negative numbers. And it's the positive integers. That'd be probably a good way to say it, positive integers. So if I said, what numbers are under the category for 2.63? Well, you'd say, okay, it's a real number because all the numbers are real numbers that we deal with. It's also rational, but it is not irrational and is not an integer because integer would be just the number 2, and it's not a whole number. The number pi. What number is under the pi? Well, that would be a real number because they're all real numbers. And irrational number because you cannot write pi as a fraction. It goes on forever but does not repeat. It's not an integer, not whole. So let's say I put -6. Which categories would that satisfy? Figure that out right now for me, please. Okay, so it would be a real number because all the numbers we deal with are real. It would be rational, yes. It would be an integer. And that's as far as we go. So, now the last category we're doing today, this week, smaller videos. Next week we might have 2 or 3 at a time. But the words mean, median, mode, and range. Now I am going to let you use a calculator on the test, the final exam. But this one I think we can go without. Now, the first thing I recommend you do is order the numbers. Put it greatest to smallest or smallest to greatest, whichever makes you happiest. So I just put the 2 2s first and then 4, 6, 8, 10. Now, the mean, you add up all the numbers and then divide by the number of numbers. So 4 and 6 is 10 and 10 is 20. 8 and 10 is 10, so that'd be 42 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 42 divided by 6 is 7. Now the median is the item in the middle of the list. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 this way, 3 this way. So it's a number right here in the middle. In this case would be 5. Or another way to do it is 4 plus 6 is 10 divided by 2 is 5. The mode is the one that occurs the most. In this case, it is the number 2. And the range is the largest minus the smallest. 10 minus 2 is 8. So I thought one example would be enough to jar your memory to what we did. So, hey, have a good day.